I would say take advantage of a rural opportunity. I think there's just so many benefits to it. I mean, first of all, like I said, learning about the different types of education systems is just good for your practice as a teacher. I think every teacher should have an idea of what teaching is like in different parts of the province. Like, you should just know that. I also think it's just a great opportunity to network, to learn if you would enjoy being in a rural community. And yeah, I would do it for sure. I think it's a good opportunity to explore different aspects that you're interested in that you don't get to do in your practicum. So I have a background in culinary, even though I'm not home ec. So it was great for me to work in the foods program. I'm interested in special education, in alternate education. I love working with at-risk youth. So for me, being in an alternate school was really wonderful. And of course, being rural is great because you get to really get a sense of what it would be like to work in a rural district and to live in a rural district. And if you're in the Lower Mainland, I think it can be intimidating for a lot of teachers to think about applying to these districts because they don't know what it's like. A lot of people may have been born and raised in the city, and they have no idea what it would be like to live in a small town. But once you come to a community like this and you get to see just how welcoming it is, you get to see how many opportunities there are for you to come here to get a job. And even once you have a job, there's a lot of opportunities to explore your interests. So if I came to the Cariboo-Chilcotin and was hired on here, if I wanted to create an outdoor ed program, I could probably just go do that. Whereas in the mainland, the time it would take to build that up, to get the support of the community, it would take a lot longer. And in the small towns, I think you really get those community connections that take a lot quicker than you would in the city. And I think that's a really great opportunity for young teachers. I think it's a good chance for teachers to really find their own path and find their voice in a way that it's harder to do in the Lower Mainland. Before CFE, I definitely considered both teaching in rural and alternate. However, I think CFE was really great because it really taught me more about what that would be like and how to do that. So it's really easy to have an idea of teaching abroad, but you might not have the opportunity to meet people who are teaching someplace rural, someplace far away. So you don't know what that looks like on the ground, and you might not even know what that means career-wise. So, not seeing any full-time jobs on Make a Future might make you think that, okay, well, there's no jobs anywhere. But after being here, being able to talk to Mark Thiessen, the superintendent, being able to talk to Rob Taylor in Human Resources, I think I understand more about what a career would look like in a rural setting. And I think, yes, you might be TOCing, but it would be for 5 days rather than 1 or 2. And you getting a contract would probably happen a lot quicker than it would in the Lower Mainland. And then again, just learning that there's a lot more opportunities to basically try new things. I mean, if you're interested in being flexible, if you're interested in teaching different subjects. So if you have background in culinary, if you have background in drama, you might not need a diploma, you might just need a willingness to try that when you're in a rural setting. And I think that's really great news to a lot of teachers because most of us have a lot of interest and a lot of experience in different areas. And it's difficult to be pigeonholed, especially when you're doing all these online applications. It's really hard to connect with employers and kind of show them who you are. I think that barrier doesn't really exist in rural districts, and that's just awesome. From what I've gathered just from talking to Mark Thiessen, Rob Taylor, Mike Franklin, a lot of people here are actually looking for young teachers. They're looking for teachers who want to be creative, who want to try new things, who have different instructional strategies. They're trying to revamp, and they want to make things young. And I think the more young teachers that come, the more that community will exist and make it easier for teachers to consider it. I just think it would be good for more people to experience what rural life is. Because yes, you might not have all the restaurants and whatever else you have in the cities, but a really huge benefit for me is remembering how welcoming a small community can be. And especially when you're a newcomer to these communities, I find that they really want to show off the best sides of it. Like we've been mountain biking, we've been kayaking, we visited someone's cabin in Horsefly. We've been doing a lot of really wonderful things, most of the time free of cost. And there's community members that are just giving us things or showing us these areas. And that's really wonderful, basically. So I think more people should experience it. Because there's a lot of people in the Lower Mainland that may have never really left Vancouver. Or I think going up north is going to Kamloops. And I think more people should go rural.